Cheers, guys. What's going on? Big Rob here with another brewing recipe video. Before we get going, though, first of all, how about today's shirt? A day without beer is like, just kidding, I have no faking idea. Cheers. Hope you guys had a good New Year's Eve. All that deal is now January 6th and settling into the dreary months of freaking January. Lots of these going to be required to get through. Anyway, we got a brew day coming up. So what I'm going to do today is I'm giving you the recipe, and then hopefully I get this live today. Today's Tuesday. I'm going to brew on Friday or Saturday, most likely Friday of this week. So we're got a brew day video coming up, which will be cool. Been a while. They're going to get that going. So what's going to happen is I'm going to start doing a video where I provide you with the recipe, kind of explain the ingredients of the same recipe, and then 4 or 5 days later, I'm going to brew that bad boy so you can get all the ingredients in line. If you want to brew with me, what have you, we can have at it and taste test these beers that we're going to be brewing up, all that good shite. Anyway, let's get into it. So this one, I'm drinking a pale ale right now. This is just going to be a real traditional American pale ale. I'm calling it Old Tinder Pale Ale. Old Timber, not Tinder, Old Timber, like Timber had too many beers and yelled Timber down, Big Rob goes. So it's just, like I say, very, very traditional style. We're not talking an IPA, we're not talking a session, we're talking the hops, Centennial and Cascade, which I'll get into. So traditional tasting pale ale, one that's very drinkable. You have one, you're going to want to have another 5 or 6, and it's going to taste just as good as the first one. Ingredients very simple to find. Standard grain bill we're going to be using, and as I said, the hops, Cascade and Centennial. So just a dependable type of pale ale. If you're trying to picture the beer, Sierra Nevada, Dale's Pale Ale, those type of traditional American beers, very balanced malt taste, hop forward without being aggressive. Not going to be over hoppy, just going to be, as I said, very, very drinkable, built for drinkability. We're not chasing any trends here. We're not trying to be cloudy or hoppy or juicy or all the good stuff. Not today. So let's walk right through the grain bill. I'm going to put this on this whole recipe. I'll put a link to it under the description. I'm going to put it on my blog, Make Beer Easy. So if you want to go over, grab all the details so you can go ahead and get the ingredients as well, then it'll be there. So let's start with the malt. The malt bill. We're going to go with American 2-row. We're going to go with Maris Otter as well, and I'll get into the exact amounts here in a bit. We're going to go with some Munich malt, and we're going to go with Carapils / Dexter malt. Okay, American 2-row. Or Canadian if you're in Canada, same type of deal. It is basically just the backbone of the beer. It's the base. It's going to give it the majority of the clean fermentable sugars that we're looking for, and it's going to be a neutral type of canvas for the hops. The Maris Otter adds a little bit of a little more malt depth and a little bit of breadiness type flavor to the pale ale. Munich, same idea. I'm going to give it a little more toasty type of background, little breadiness as well, and it's not going to, it'll add a little bit of darkness, but not too bad. Something like this actually, maybe a slightly bit darker, but it's going to give us a little bit of darkening, but it's not going to make it an overly dark beer. And of course, Carapils, Dexter malt, love that stuff. Not going to give it any sort of flavor, what have you. It helps with the mouthfeel, the head retention, and it's not going to add any sweetness to the beer itself. So if you like head on your beer, Carapils Dextrin is your boy. Hop schedule. What the hop brings. So this is good. Like I said, this is an American, classic American pale ale. Okay, so again, we're not thinking juicy. We're not thinking all the mango flavors, what have you, that some of the other hops brings. We're talking grapefruit type of taste to it. Again, if I'm sure you're familiar with Sierra Nevada, that type of flavor is what these and aroma is what these hops are going to bring. So we're going to do Cascade, which is of course citrus, got light floral notes to it, and like I said, grapefruit is the primary flavor aroma that Cascade's going to bring. Centennial is a bit brighter and firmer. It's going to help balance out the bitterness in the beer. The bitterness is firm but smooth in this beer, and we're going to have some late additions that are going to add flavor and aroma without pushing this into the old IPA territory. Yeast. Let's get into the yeast. Just a clean American ale yeast. I actually forget which one I'm going to use, but Cephal US 05 is a good one that I'd probably recommend. I'm seeing which one I actually picked up. I've had the ingredients for this one for a while. No, it's not. No, I don't even have it. I don't even have it written down, so it's in my fridge. Anyway, US 05 is what I'd recommend. That's my favorite. I think I picked up something else. Doesn't matter. You'll find out on Brew Day what it is, but just a clean American ale yeast is what you're looking for. So again, I'm going to be brewing this bad boy this Friday or Saturday. I'm planning Friday. I use the BrewZilla. So if you want to see how this recipe comes together, make sure you subscribe to the channel because it will be going live there. I'm going to get into the recipe here as well. I'm going to give you the full details. And then again, I'm going to post the link to the blog where I'm going to have the whole recipe right there for you as well. Again, I use a BrewZilla with a combination of the mash and boil. I use the mash and boil to heat the sparge water, but no big deal. And again, like I say, it's about 75 brew house efficiency is what I base this recipe off of. So depending on what type of system you use, what type of efficiency you use, then you're going to have to adjust the recipe accordingly. All right, here we go. I'm going to read this. The recipe: Old Tinder Pale Ale, 5 gallons. Only proper. I need a sip of this here. Pint. 5 gallon all grain recipe. Batch size, again, using what I use, the BrewZilla batch size into the fermenter, because of course you lose some. The amount put into the fermenter is not going to be the amount that put into the kegs or your bottles. It's going to be less. So I'm shooting for 5 gallons finished. So I put about 5.5 gallons into the fermenter is my plan. The boil size for my setup is 7 gallons. ABV, we're coming in at about 6%. IBUs at about 41. Grain bill, it's 11 pounds total. Again, 2 rows the backbone of it, which we're going at 6 pounds. Maris Otter, about 3.25 pounds. Munich malt, go with 1.25 pounds. And then dextrin, Carapils, half a pound. Hop schedule. So we're going to go with, it'll be a total, I can do the math here because I just broke it down. So you're going to want to get a total of 1, so that would be 2 ounces of Cascade, and Centennial, you want 1 ounce of Centennial. So we're going to do 1 ounce of Cascade at 60-minute mark, and it's a 60-minute boil, so right at the outset. Centennial, 30-minute mark, you're going to put a point, so 1 ounce I said for Cascade, right? Centennial, half an ounce at 30-minute, along with half an ounce of Cascade. And then at Whirlpool, do another half ounce of Cascade and a half ounce of Centennial. There we go. Yeast, you can use US 05, Y yeast. What is it? 1056, I believe. Anyway, any clean American ale yeast will work great with this recipe. You're going to mash at about 152 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 minutes. So that's it, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's been a little while since I got an all grain brew day on the go, so we're going to make it happen. Again, subscribe, pick up. You want to subscribe to the channel so that you can get the brew day, and of course, you want to head over to the link under here to get this recipe. And I also give out on my newsletter. It is all my recipes. They get sent out on a regular basis, so you can subscribe for that over there. And let's get it on, Big Brew Day with Big Rob. And that's it, guys. I'm trying to find where I turn this bad boy off. That's it, guys. That's what I got for you. Don't forget, a day without beer is like, just kidding, I have no effing idea. Cheers, Big Rob. Yeah.